Yo, 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 it's D.Arthur in the building. Talking to you guys today about do not fold to the matrix when you go on seed retention and no fap. Don't fold to the matrix when you go on semen retention and no fap because the world wants you to conform. The world wants you to overlook every single thing and just conform to the ideals that are already set in place. They want you to conform to the ideals that are already set in place. They don't want you to think. They just want you to obey. They want obedience. This is how the corporations make their money. This is how they keep the masses in ignorance. They just want you to obey because once you obey things, you can't think. And once you can't think, or you just have a very low vibrational way of thinking, or a very dumbed down way of thinking, you can easily be manipulated. You can easily be controlled. This is how they want you to be. They don't want you to think for yourself. They want you to be controlled and live in ignorance because it's easier for you to help the rich get richer. See, the only reason why super wealthy people become super wealthy and the rest of the population stays in their lack is because of how people think. It's because of how people think. See, the thing is people go and get all these outside validated credentials. They go ahead and do whatever they can do to get as much validation from external things, certificates, and just certain things outside of them to make themselves justified to quote unquote earn a more of a different income. This is usually what happens. And the thing is there's nothing wrong with doing this. There's nothing wrong with doing this at all. It's just that if this is the only way if this is the only thing you're relying on, then you're low key missing you're missing the point. See, the thing is, you have to change the way you think. You have to see yourself as worthy enough before any outside validation. You get any more outside validation and feel the inner worthiness before you do anything else. Once you feel worthy inside, you're just more willing to take action without all the outside validation, if this makes sense. And the thing is, when you go on seed retention, when you go on no fap for a while, you feel this worthiness inside of you. You feel this worthiness inside you, and if you hold it long enough, you start taking action because you feel that you are worthy enough to do so. It just comes down to feeling worthy. A lot of people, the outside circumstances, outside masses don't want the authority, the quote unquote the elite. The bottom line of what they're trying to make you do is not make you feel worthy. Because if you don't feel worthy, you still think that you need outside circumstances, you need outside validation, you need outside credentials in order for you to take action. This is the downfall of humanity. The thing is, once you've raised your consciousness, raise your awareness, change the way you think, you start realizing that you don't need outside. You don't need something outside of you to give you permission to do something. What you need is your inner voice telling you that you can do something regardless of any outside situation, and then just taking that action and committing to doing the work until you get what you want. There's no such thing. There's no point into getting this outside validation. Because if you, like I said, if you keep waiting for someone else to tell you to do something, if you keep waiting for these objects, these things, these credentials to tell you to do something, then you're going to be waiting for a very long time. You have to have that inner voice in you. That voice has to be roaring inside of you for you to take action. You have to listen to your intuition, regardless of what anybody says, regardless of what the facts say. Chances don't matter when effort is involved. The fact that you're having effort is permission enough to keep going. But people don't listen to this. They don't believe in themselves. They always think that they need outside circumstances, outside validation in order to do something. So do not conform to this world, and you will start listening to your intuition, to the public opinion when you go on retention, because you have more confidence in yourself. You're more happier with yourself. This is the bottom line. The masses want the elite want you to ejaculate, because once you ejaculate, all your self-confidence, maybe your can-do attitude, that might temporarily get thrown out the window. You just want to settle. You just want to play it safe. You just want to take the easy way out. You don't want to struggle to get the things that you truly want. You're willing to just play it safe and go on take the least way to success, the least resistant path to success. You're not willing to go through all the hurdles in order that it takes to get real success. You're willing just to take the easy way out to get success. You're willing to sell your soul to get success, instead of just doing it the natural way. What you're willing to do is go on liposuction to cut out some fat, instead of doing the natural way in terms of actually having a diet plan, having a workout plan, and committing to it for 6 months. All I am trying to say is your inner voice, your intuition, your self-belief, your confidence, your attitude of deservedness becomes roaring when you go on retention, when you've been compounding good habits over an extended period of time. All of this disappears temporarily when you relapse, when you partake in bad habits, and you just keep doing these bad habits. So it really comes down to, you do not conform to this world, but have a renewing of your mind. Change your mind. The only way you can get anything different in this physical reality before anything else is by changing your mind. You have to renew your mind. You have to start changing your mental talk and giving yourself permission to take action, regardless if you fail or not. Because at least if you fail, you get feedback, and then you can adjust to get that result that you actually want. But like I said, when you relapse consistently, when you partake in bad habits, when you're just going with the flow, doing what everyone else is doing, you're not going to have that inner voice, that self-belief in you, and you're going to quit. The whole reason why we go on retention, the most uncomfortable thing is going on long streaks of semen retention. This is very uncomfortable because obviously you're going to feel a certain way when you go on it. But we're the only reason why we do this is so, one, we give ourselves a belief, and two, we give ourselves everything that we said we've always wanted, because we actually feel worthy enough to get these things. The bottom line is, people just do not feel worthy enough to get the things that they truly deeply want, so they settle for anything that they can get, and this is just how their life goes. But if you're on this practice, if you're taking good habits, you definitely do think to yourself that you deserve a little bit more than what you've been getting, and you're willing to go all in and take all the action that is necessary to get the life and things that you truly want. So keep on going on retention. Even if you've relapsed, just get back on the horse and keep going. Don't be too hard on yourself when you relapse. Just maybe look at it in perspective, see why you relapse, so maybe the next time you can plan ahead so you don't make the same mistake. And this channel isn't just about retention and all. Like, we're not making retention our God. What we're doing is like I said, we're compounding self-belief, we're compounding good habits, and we're using retention as an accelerator to finally take as much necessary action as humanly possible to get the things that we actually deserve in life. So we're not making retention our God. We're using it as a tool to accelerate our processes to get to quote unquote attract the things that we deeply desire, so we can actually live a very happy and fulfilled life. So we can finally be happy without needing anything else. Because the moment you need nothing is when everything gets attracted to you. And this is the bottom line. So whatever maybe your colleagues are doing, whatever the status quo is, usually you just do the opposite of whatever everybody else is doing, and you'll thank yourself probably in the next 6 months to a year. Because usually the conversations that people are having are not to the highest capacity of human potential. It's pretty watered down. It's pretty watered down. That's why certain things that society takes as normal, to us awakened minds, to us knowing minds, we just feel it as if it may be even insulting to us, because we realize that we're not so turned off by failure. We can actually use failure as a proactive tool. The masses of men are just turned off by failure. They're turned off by taking action. They're turned off by not getting the results as quickly as possible as they wanted. So they stop trying. But if you're on attention, if you've been compounding good habits, if you've been praying, if you've been believing in yourself, you definitely already know that you want better, and you're willing to do everything it takes to get better, to get the life that you truly want. To get the life that you truly want. Anyways, yeah, so yeah, don't conform to the world, but renew your mind, and in due time you'll get the life that you want, the things that you truly want. And with that being said, I hope you I hope you comment, I hope you subscribe. Also hope if you're trying to get an X back or something like that, make sure you click on the link down below. There's a training video series that you can use to try to attract an ex or someone like that. With that being said, I'm out. I hope you like the fit. I hope you stay blessed, and we'll see you in the next video. Keep going.